welcome back to my crazy and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 3. We are gonna do pumpkin bread today. So I've been trying for a long time. I've been wanting to do pumpkin bread with you guys and I just haven't gotten around to doing it. But I do have a can of pumpkin puree that I need to use up because it's getting to that time that it needs to be used. So I thought I would make some pumpkin bread and let y'all make it with me. Now what I did was I took a normal pumpkin bread recipe and I'm just gonna do it the vegan way. So I'm Kim touching it. Anytime I make something vegan, I just add my name to it and then that's what we go with. So we have Taco Bell here on where I work, and the black bean burrito at Taco Bell comes with rice. Well, I like the chunky potatoes. Taco Bell discontinued chunky potatoes, so that's a very big disappointment. And if anybody is at Taco Bell Corporation, you just let them know just how unhappy I am about that. But anyhow, so I exchanged the seasoned rice with chunky potatoes. So it's black beans, chunky potatoes, and then fresco, which is pico de gallo, and then the red sauce. And so I started ordering it that way, and so now they call that the Kim burrito. Look at that, it's called a Kim burrito. But anyhow, no, they didn't change it on the menu. They just changed it at my local Taco Bell. Okay, so we're gonna get started, and we're just gonna make this easy peasy pumpkin bread. So if you have some pumpkin puree around your house, because everybody does, actually I do. And the reason why is because the only place that I can get pumpkin puree is with the military at the commissary, and they always sell out. So every year I buy at least 3 cans to tide me over for the next year, because every year they sell out of pumpkin. Those military wives love using pumpkin. So I'm using the last can that I got last year, and then yes, I already have my what do you want to call that? I don't know, my stock of pumpkin that I can use next time. Why am I babbling? I have no idea. I guess because I missed y'all, because we didn't get to do a real Vlogmas video yesterday. So now I'm just babbling. And actually I'm in a different mood, different spirit now that Sam has had his operation and he's come out of it. And actually today when I came home from work, he greeted me at the door, and he just like his normal self. Now he's moving a lot slower, but he was like his normal self. I'm sure I'm gonna get to show y'all him later when I give the dogs their Advent treats. Okay, so let's get started with this bread. So the first thing we have is 3 1/3 cups of all-purpose flour. So I have special bread flour, but I didn't have enough to make 3 1/3 cups. So I had almost 3 cups, and then the rest is all-purpose flour. But you can use certainly all 3 1/3 cups of all-purpose flour. And then in this, we're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now that's 1/2 teaspoon for a regular recipe. So if you're not doing it the vegan way, it would just be 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now, because I use egg substitute, anytime I bake anything, I always add extra baking powder. So I actually put in 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder for this. And then 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg is what I have here. And so we're just gonna add that into the flour, and then we're gonna give it a little whisk to get that incorporated together. So we're just gonna whisk that ever so gently because I don't want it flying everywhere. I'm just working it in. It's not gonna be completely worked in because I'm using this teeny tiny bowl. Also, what you're doing when you whisk your flour, you're getting it airy. You're putting air in it, which makes it better for baking. Okay, that's about all the mess I think I'm gonna make today. No, we're not done, so there'll be more mess. Okay, so look at all that. it's not a baking kitchen if there's not flour everywhere. So we're just gonna put that to the side. And now what we're gonna do is take our sugar, which we have a whole lot of sugar here. So it's 2 2/3 cups of sugar. And we're gonna put that in our bowl. Oh, I forgot my attachment. Oh. It's there. Let me get my attachment. Okay, so we have 2 2/3 cup of sugar. And then we have 1 cup of vegetable oil. Of course, I use olive oil. And then we're gonna whisk this together. Okay, so we just whisk that until it's combined, like so. And now we're gonna add in a can of pumpkin puree. Pumpkin puree here. Then we need 2/3 cups of water. And then we have, you need, for a regular one, a regular recipe, you're doing 4 eggs. So I'm doing the equivalent egg substitute for 4 eggs. And this egg substitute is an egg powder, or it's a powder substitute, and then you just mix it with sparkling water. And I always like to let it sit after I mix it together. I mix it up and then let it sit for a little bit before I'm going to use it, just so that it gets good and mixed together. And then we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, and now we're going to whisk until combined. Okay, now we're gonna take, after we've mixed that up till it needs to be smooth. So we got it nice and smooth. We're gonna take our dry ingredients and we're gonna add that in. And you just want to gently mix this in. You don't want to be rough with this. Bread is gentle. You got to be gentle with bread. So we're going to mix this in until it's combined. Okay, so now we're down to the last part. And because I like nuts, but you know, I'm not a nut fanatic. So if I can leave nuts out when I need to, then I will. So instead of adding nuts, which you can totally add nuts, pecans or walnuts, whichever nut of your choice, I'm gonna do chocolate chips. So about a cup. There you go. That was just the last of it. And then you're just gonna gently mix those in. Okay. Okay, for this recipe, you need 2 loaf pans. So you get your 2 loaf pans and lightly grease them, and then you're going to evenly distribute your mixture into these 2 loaf pans. Okay, we have our batter, dough, mix, whatever you want to call that, evenly distributed between the 2 pans. And now we're going to put it in a preheated oven preheat the oven for 350 degrees. And then we're going to put this in there for about an hour. So, okay, while that's baking, I'm going to show y'all my sweater / poncho that I got to wear for National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day. Okay, so I have this box here and I'm gonna open it up. I have not opened it yet. It contains my ugly Christmas, it's not really a sweater, it's a poncho. So I have my review of it. It's gonna be, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna put this on and I'll be right back. Here it is. My ugly Christmas poncho. I'm a tree. Hold on, it gets better. Do you think I'll win? Okay, so the bread is done. And in true Kim fashion, I cannot wait for stuff. So you're supposed to let it cool completely. Yeah, so I wanted to get a jump start. So I need to flip this one over. You gotta let them cool completely before you take them out. I'm gonna let this one continue to cool completely before I take it out, because this one, as you can see, well, maybe you can't see now. Let me see. Oh. See, it's too soft because it's still really warm, but I want to try this with you guys, and I'm not trying to be up for hours. So I'm just going to sliver off a piece, and then, yes. It's still pretty hot. So it really needs to cool completely. But that's okay. We're doing this for taste. Okay, what I forgot to tell y'all is that I forgot to add my pumpkin spice. So I went back and I added pumpkin spice into my mix while it was still in the pan. It's good. I would agree that it does need to cool completely, but whoa, it's good. Yeah. Yum. Stop eating it. Okay, oh my gosh. That's good. So, there you have it. I'm done. I'm not eating no more. Okay, just this one little piece. Because it fell off. It does need to cool completely though, because it needs to cool completely. It is bread. Okay. Thank you. Look at him. Look at him. He's doing so good. He's sitting. He's waiting for his treat. I know. Okay, so it's day 3. We didn't get a day 2, but that's okay. We'll make up for it at the end. Look at her. Are you a good girl? Are you a good baby? Are you a good baby? Hey, Shorts. You get to go first today because you went last time. Okay? Here's yours. Oh, he's like a piranha. One. Here we go. Okay. Very good. Yep, that's it. That's it. Okay. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. See you tomorrow. So probably, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or if it'll be maybe this weekend. We're gonna start a series of Get to Know Me and how Marcus and I met. So stay tuned.